Good morning, gamers. Welcome to the series where I sit down and work all day on making a game. I haven't had my coffee yet, excuse me. So right now I'm in the middle of a massive rework on all the art for the game. I'm basically stripping everything down and trying to prototype it properly. Because in the previous builds, I got a little too obsessed with trying to make things look good straight away. I was trying to like mold clay into a shape, right? But it was kind of hard, so it was hard to mold. But now it's like, the clay's nice and squishy and we can mold it however we want without feeling like I have to get the visuals perfect straight away. That probably doesn't make sense. This is what it looked like earlier. It's progressing, just backwards. Nothing hits better than the first sip of coffee. So in the name of simplifying things so that they're easier to mold, what I want to work on today is doing a generic attack animation for basically everything, so that I don't have to physically draw out the attacks for the different types of weapons and whatnot. I could just program them procedurally and it'll just work across all items. So right now I've got it, just hovering above the player. So I'm gonna need to bang my head against some transformation matrices for a little bit, see if I can get it positioned where I want to with the right kind of pivot point. There we go, that's step one, getting the pivot working properly. Whenever I'm working with transformation matrices, I just like break them out into lines like this and then just keep swapping them around until something works. Man, doing this with proper transforms instead of the scuffed way I was doing it earlier with this transform struct, I was trying to go high level and it backfired. Like literally just having a single transform and using that to position the objects in the game is extremely powerful. We've got a nice to do here. This is what I was doing earlier. Absolutely disgusting. But the way I'm actually flipping the sprites is by flipping the UVs around, which from what I've heard isn't the way to do things. So we're gonna comment that out and do things the proper way. Which I believe is literally just taking the transform and then just scaling it by -1. So if our X is flipped, then we'll just do this. And that should work maybe? Question mark, question mark? Not quite. Maybe it's in the wrong spot. In fact, I think it definitely is. This is what I mean by trial and error. Yo! Let's go! That simplifies the living shit out of all of this. Oh my god. That is amazing. Fundamentals. Who knew getting them right would make your life easier? Alrighty, so this is the effect that we're trying to recreate. It's my boy Terry's old game. So the item's hovering up above there, right? And then you attack, slides down the bottom, back up to the top. So we just got this flip-flop going on. So the first thing I'm gonna do is try and get it rotating around the center point. Okay, sweet. So I'm just like flipping it up on the Y this time. And I think that should be good. Man, transformation matrices make it so much easier. So now what I want to do is like actually get the keyframes. So we have like the one on the top and then the one on the bottom. And we'll just like flip-flop between the two. There we go. We got the two flip-flops going on. Now for the fun part. We throw a little attack timer on there. So like every time we click, it'll just, play out for like 300 milliseconds or something like that. So then we get the progress of that, which I just call the alpha. Times out by like a little offset of the rotation and get -9. Yeah, which is obviously not what I want. Not a number, hey? So the attack timer is 0 and the length is 0. So 0 divided by 0 is not quite a number. Which, checks out because we don't actually have the attack length set on the wooden axe. How silly of me. I'm a silly little fucking goose. Close, getting close. I can taste it. Now we invert the alpha. That's pretty much all we want. Throw an ease on it. What ease am I after? Like the bounce back one, ease out back. Something's wrong. It's like going the wrong way. I think I probably need the ease in back then. By the way, hot tip, easings.net, absolutely legendary. So what you do, find the curve you want, go in, and then you just copy the math function over. Simple as that. This is now this. What it's basically doing is I'm taking like a straight line from like 0 up to 1. And now I'm applying this easing curve and then it, makes it all bendy and twists it to however you want. So that way, you get a better sense of actual movement. Oh my god, yes. Oh, yes. That's what I'm talking about, baby. And that'll just work for every single item now. Oh my god. All that's left to do really is like throw a little bit of visual effects in it, tweak it a little bit, but that's like It's pretty good for a first pass. Oh, that movement just works, you know? Flippity floppity. By the way, this whole idea for the item flip-flops originated from my boy Eidos in Archvale. So in here, you know, you've got the little thing moving around, right? And just flip, flop, flip, flop, flip, flop. What really sells the movement is the arc there. So like the little VFX slash. So I definitely have to do something like that. Spends the next hour playing Archvale. What was I doing? That's right, making a game. So I guess I should probably do a little particle effect, kind of like what I had with the sword. This was the thing that made me want to do this, is that I had like all of these hand-drawn animations for like every single type of weapon, which it's like, why? Yeah, I guess that works. Now I do have an animation export script, so like let me see if I can get that working. Because who likes manually exporting? So I think if I just run it, then it'll work. Yeah, look at that. That's nice. So to make this bad boy a little bit more bulletproof, I think I probably want to put it in a subfolder. So we got the VFX, that'll go on a VFX and just dump it out into there, which is nice. And there we go, VFX_slash.png. It looks like it's coming out of my ass. Hands free, baby. So I think now we just spawn it in as a particle effect. Look at that. It just feels good. Meaty. All right, that's the new attack. And the good thing about this one is, you know, we can have the wooden axe right now. We can just switch over to the flint axe. It still just works. Now I want to get it working for like everything else. So like the sword and stuff. So we'll just have like a generic property, which is just like attack or something. Attackable, which greatly simplifies all this. For one, bye-bye, comment all you out. We just play the attack timer. If the attack timer is 0, hasn't been played yet, and we click, bang, go and play it. Nice. We gotta make sure it has the attackable prop as well on the held item. Yeah, and we'll just, you know, comment out all of this stuff. Good riddance. And we'll just make it all hit the one path, I think. I think that should just work for everything now. The sword isn't showing up though. What do? Oh, right. We're not saying the attack time. And I think it's like going back to that whole not a number thing. There we go. I think we should be able to adjust the angle. There we go. That's pretty good, I think. Alrighty, definitely needs some tweaking, but as far as first passes go, feeling pretty good about that. Thanks for watching. If you want to support my grindage, then the best way of doing that is just wishlisting the game on Steam. Alrighty, I'll see you tomorrow.